Oh, hello again, Earth Day 2026, Prince Rupert. I got Jamie here, who is interested in answering these questions. Do you want to introduce yourself a bit more?
Hi, my name is Jamie. I'm here with Tourism Prince Rupert, and I'm one of the organizers of the event, along with some other community organizations.
Well, thank you for being here. I'll start the first question. What does Earth Day mean to you?
What Earth Day means to me, I'm just here with a bunch of people who love our community and love our planet, and we're just trying to share our knowledge to the next generation. We want to make sure that kids know how to protect the Earth and do it responsibly.
Thank you. Second question. If you were the queen of the world, what would you do to help?
Well, I mean, I would love to make sure that everybody had what they need to survive and to not struggle and to enjoy life and provide for their families, and that's what I would do.
Sweet. Nobody so far started that answer with, well, first I would contract for a Queen Mobile to go around and wave or something. Nobody
That would be my
that.
second.
What are the three most dangerous threats to life on this planet?
We live so close to the ocean. So the protection of the ocean is very important to me. So I think that we need to make sure we're not overfishing and not polluting our waters. I think technology is a big threat to the planet in a lot of ways. Keeping us disconnected from each other. So I think that it's a threat in that sense, and just poverty and things becoming too expensive and people not being able to live comfortably.
The price of things for sure, and also you mentioned poverty, as in inequality, definitely has an impact. Is it okay if I ask a little bit more based on your answers?
Sure.
Okay. You mentioned working with kids, and that makes you happy. And I'm so happy that people that work with kids always include, today or any day of the year, really, various exercises or teachings to connect with the earth. So thank you for doing that. I noticed on Earth Day, which was Wednesday, that it was our first cruise ship in town, and I thought, wow, if it was a day before or after, I wouldn't have been as upset. But for me, like, to dedicate one day for Earth Day, and that's the first cruise ship, because I think if people do their research, it's not really good for the waters, like what is dumped from these vehicles, but also a lot of other ways. So do you have an opinion on that, or other things related to things that you observe in this area?
Well, I do think that the cruise ships have a lot of policies and programs in place to counteract a lot of the impact on the ocean, and a lot of the ships run like volunteer programs in the communities. We have some ships that are coming to town that their staff come off and they volunteer to clean up our trails and things.
Nice.
Yeah, Virgin does that, so they'll be working with cane trails. And
is that when the boats are here for a certain amount of time, they'll do that?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really neat. So they definitely are very conscious about their environmental impact and do everything in their power to, keep it minimal. And then they do a lot of community outreach when they're here. So it's definitely, there are some really good things about having them come to town. And it is unfortunate that maybe it landed on Earth Day, but it is beneficial to our community. So I do think that it's really nice to have them.
I'm glad you work with kids, and I'm glad if cruise ship companies hire people that are excited about sustainable practices as well. Are you part of the organization that also rents out those electric bicycles or hybrid bicycles?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to say that we got the kind of winter that ended up with perhaps too much gravel on the road. So
yes.
As a past driving instructor and a cyclist myself, I want to recommend everybody really look further ahead for gravel before braking or turning, because I do predict it's going to take a long time to remove all that gravel, and it could be an incident with a tourist.
Absolutely, yeah. I do know that they are working diligently to get it cleared, but you're right, it was definitely a mess after the snow that we had in the rainforest. It is not usually like that in winter. So, and it just ended a couple of weeks ago, which is surprising on a sunny day like today.
Yeah, and I hope they prioritize that because, you know, I think sometimes the gravel will end up being more slippery road responsible than the actual snow or ice if it's not done quickly or if it's sped up after the first person gets hurt. Any last word?
No, just have fun and protect the planet.
You look like a fun person, so it's probably not hard for you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.